How did the Parent Mentor program find its way into schools in this area?
One of the principals came up with the idea for the Parent Mentor program. She was in the school in the lowest income area, and she said, I have a lot of mothers who go home after they drop their kids off and they're just at home, and I think if they come into the school, they can learn a lot, maybe they can move on with their lives. And so that was the original idea. And what I think nobody was fully aware of was how much talent there was in the people that were coming in as parent mentors, and it just blossomed from there. It was pretty incredible. For the teachers, I think in almost every school where it started, there might have been 5 or 6 teachers at the first year that said, I'm willing to do this. And then gradually other teachers saw, oh my gosh, they can go to the bathroom, they can have help doing something, they have somebody to sit with the kids who need extra help. And it grew pretty rapidly. Within 2 or 3 years, pretty much every teacher wanted a parent mentor. But it did break a lot of barriers. It was not the norm. It was not what teachers were expecting. Their teachers were suspicious for the most part. What were the parents going to do? Were they going to tell other parents that they were bad? It was just like, were they going to be spying on them? And it just didn't work that way at all. And we have pretty strict rules on that. There's very little real parent engagement in low-income urban schools. Often people think what they have to do is have a workshop and give people lots of information. And that doesn't change the power dynamics. It doesn't change the trust issues. And those issues exist in all kinds, not just immigrant schools. They exist very strongly in African American schools. There's lots of parents who have had bad experiences in schools, and so rebuilding that trust and making the school part of its surrounding community is really key towards helping everybody move forward and helping teachers feel good about their jobs, parents feel positive about their families, and the students being motivated to move on. I think it changes the environment and the atmosphere in a school. When you have parents who walk into the principal's office or know teachers really, really well, it makes a difference. It breaks down all of those really strong barriers that exist when you have educated teachers often from outside the community coming into a low-income community. It's not that people don't like each other, but they don't know each other. And it turns out that when they get to know each other, they do like each other, and they are very much able to work together along class lines and ethnic lines and even language. I mean, we have women coordinating programs in schools where the principal doesn't speak Spanish and the coordinator doesn't speak English, and they somehow get along just fine. But it recreates the school as the center of community, which has been our vision all along, that schools, and that's why we have after-school programs, community centers. This is the only place where people can come to access all of those educational needs. And by building community in the school and connecting it with the outside, you just get a lot more resources. Because education is not just what happens within the 4 walls and then people go home. It has to be something that goes on all day and all afternoon and all evening. And when the parents and the teachers are alienated from each other, the child is also split in half. And so this brings everything together, and it creates respect and love and interest in learning and just a positive nature.